Hello everybody and welcome back, where today we're going to be recapping the last week of news since I've been away. I'm not quite well enough to jump in and play a PSVR2 game for review like Wrapup 2, which is coming out tomorrow, so I thought today, while I'm waiting to feel a bit better to play that game, we'll go through the last week's worth of news, because there are a bunch of announcements and game releases and game snippets that have come out that look really promising for VR and PSVR2, so let's get into it. Before we do that though, of course, if you do like PSVR2 or VR in general, that's what we cover here on the channel, so feel free to sub. We're trying to get to 10k. Anyway, our first piece of news is, of course, the Kayak VR Mirage update came out yesterday. It's been 300 days since we've been awaiting basically news on this update, and it finally dropped, along with some news for the future on that particular game. So the update came out with a paid DLC for about $8 for Sorcery Valley. It's their biggest, most expansive and detailed map yet. I absolutely love playing through it, and we did a video on it yesterday. If you want to go and watch that, the link is in the description and on my channel page. In this update as well, for the whole game, they've added a full body IK system, so you've got actual arms now, and also visual improvements to make the game look even sharper and better than it does, as well as a revamped water physics system that is mostly used in the new Sorcery Valley map, but the improvements are across the board. Overall, really happy with this update, so go and check it out. It's out now, and the game is also free for PS Plus Premium users on June 18th. We also got a release date for Fun Train's Tarzan VR port to PSVR2. That is June 18th, and Tarzan VR is exactly what it sounds like. It transports players deep into a fantastical jungle world teeming with action and excitement. Swing, swim, climb, and fight your way through dangerous enemies, predators, and challenges. Enhanced for PlayStation VR 2, experience the environmental wonder and unparalleled freedom as the legendary Lord of the Jungle. This game didn't review terribly well when it came out, however, there are some improvements made to the PSVR 2 version, so hopefully it has a good launch. We also got some new ACES of Thunder gameplay a couple days ago, only about 20 seconds, but it's showcasing some planes we haven't seen before, and the game is shaping up to be really good looking and hopefully good playing. The War Thunder devs know what they're doing in terms of plane physics and combat, and hopefully it's going to be a big hitter. That game though is multiplayer only, I believe. I wish there was some single player content, but I'll take a VR flight sim on PSVR2 any day of the week, because we do not have enough of those. We also got the announcement for Exocars. This is a VR racing game that focuses on off-road adrenaline-pumping VR racing, as you strap into Exocars and compete against real players in asynchronous multiplayer modes, so you can show off your skill as a VR racer. This game apparently does have wheel support when it comes out, which is really good, but I think it's coming out in early access on Steam with a planned release date of 15th of August and PSVR2, I'm assuming, later than that. On Steam, it seems listed as both running in standard and VR modes, so this is really cool to see a hybrid game, if that is correct, on the Steam store, but the game does look really promising, and we don't really have too much off-road driving on PSVR2. There are some Gran Turismo rally tracks, but that's about it, so it's looking really cool. Asynchronous multiplayer for this game as well seems to be basically other players will put in times and you'll compete against those, but there's also real-time multiplayer with friends listed on the Steam page, so you can actually jump in and have real-time racing with your mates if you want to. Exocars is looking really promising and came out of nowhere, so I'm really excited for that one. A question I've been wondering for a while also got answered, which is yes, we are getting a physical release of Behemoth. I think pre-orders are now live for that, which is really exciting. There's not too long to wait until October, I think the release date was, from the PS Twitter account when it got announced for Behemoth, so it's good to see him getting the pre-orders open, and just like with Saints and Sinners Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, you are going to be able to get this physical if you do so wish, and I'm hoping to get my hands on a physical edition, because it's one of the games where physical is very important to me in terms of the quality of the game, in terms of just having it and owning it. So yeah, if you want to get Behemoth on physical, pre-orders I think are now live. Next up, the developers of Blade and Sorcery, Wrapup, have said they're interested in looking at PSVR 2 after the game's 1.0 release coming this week. They're going to get the game rolled out on Steam VR, fully done, and also caught up to speed on Quest, and then they have said that they're actually interested in porting it to the PS5 and PSVR 2. In what form that would be, it would probably just be the base PC VR version, or Nomad, which they're trying to bring up to PC VR, but probably just the PC VR version, which wouldn't include mods, I don't think, unless they curated a couple of mods to bring over as additional content. But the base game itself I do think is pretty great, and would be very welcome on PSVR 2, as it would probably run native, look really good, and the haptic feedback would be awesome. So please head over to the Wrapup Twitter and have a look at their posts, because one of them is them talking about the 1.0 release, and in there you can kind of comment at them saying we want it on PSVR2, let them know, show them your interest. And finally, we got a brand new Breaches update with their biggest map yet called Dam, and also the addition of the COD style kill cam. So when you die, it shows you a snippet of who killed you, where they shot you, and how much damage was given to each part of your body, helping you understand how both damage value works and also giving you a bit of insight of maybe what mistakes you made leading up to your death. The new map looks really cool, and Breaches is always getting improvements, so I'm really happy to see that. That's out on all platforms right now. Anyway, that'll do us for today's recap. A lot of exciting VR stuff there. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to our patrons and YouTube members: Luke Bentley, Phil Irving, Zeet Mercer, Ace Gamer, Hippie Pickle, Gen007, A License to Chill, Sun W2F, Piosco, and Fat Controllers. I'm going to try my best to keep up the content because there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about, but my body is telling me no at the moment. But I do have a pre-recorded video coming tomorrow revisiting Happy Funland, which one of our patron or YouTube members asked for a little while ago. So thank you to them for all your continued support for the channel. But that Happy Funland revisit is coming tomorrow, and then hopefully I feel well enough to play some more VR and get some more videos out after that. But thank you all for watching once again, and I'll see you all in the next one.